to have this call because next week is 4th of July, which is my favorite holiday. And, it's one like very patriotic America. I got this wonderful flag right here, USA, 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 right? And kind of reminds me, I got to drop the link. I was on a podcast, the Cliff Yates podcast. He had these American flags in his background. I guess he had a guest on where he mentioned like, oh, you must have some audience people who must get really triggered by seeing that American flag. And I kind of thought to myself, I actually told him like, well, I guess if you are triggered by the American flag, well, maybe you're a terrorist. Or secondly, maybe you're not a true American, and like I don't know, maybe just get the heck out of this country. There's plenty of places for you to live in this world. So if you believe that, we're like, hey, if you hate the American flag, just get out of this country. Maybe put that in the comments. But because it's 4th of July, I want to share the top 3 ways that cop dads can enjoy their 4th of July without throwing all of their fitness progress away. So if you already have plans for 4th of July, maybe put in the comments here like what some of those plans are. Because, well, one, I'd like to know. In the years past, doing barbecuing, smoking meats, being out on the lake. I'm in Minnesota, Atlanta, 10,000 lakes. So we got a few that we can go be out on. And I think it's a great time to have this topic. Well, number one, first I need to slow down a little bit and just show how much I love America. And plus I want to have this stream today because, well, by the time if I just do this video on 4th of July, well, by this time you might be 8 or 10 beers deep and be like, well, Justin, I wish I had this video earlier. So, the reason why I want to shoot this because hopefully all of you are in this group because that you are trying to accomplish some progress in your health and fitness, whether that is dropping maybe 15, 20 pounds by Labor Day. Maybe it is to like get toned muscle. Maybe it's just to have more energy because right now that you're just feeling drained as a cop dad from working your 10 to 12 hour shifts. And then the kids are home and you're just trying to have some family time, going on vacations, going in their summer games, practices, camps, got the honey to do projects. The cycle continues. So hopefully that some of that resonates with you. But I want to try to coach my students or even coach myself. I don't want to turn a bad day into a bad week, or I don't want to turn a cheat meal into a cheat day. I want you to enjoy your 4th of July. I want you to enjoy your barbecue, your smoked meats, your beers, whatever it is. But what I don't want you to do, what I don't want even for myself is like, oh, well, since I'm, I had a cheat meal, I might as well throw the full day away. Or because it's 4th of July, that's on a Thursday, well, shoot, I had a really bad day on Thursday. It's Friday. I might as well, the rest of the weekend, just splurge, right? Because one day I already ruined it. Have you had that mindset before? Have you had those? Put that in the comments if that's been, you, where you turn a cheat meal into a cheat day, or you just kind of throw the full weekend away because Thursday's ruined. I might as well ruin all this stuff. Well, then Monday's going to come around. And you might feel like, well, shoot, like you took 5-10 steps backward. All right. So I want to share these 3 ways because not only can you use them on 4th of July, but you can use it pretty much like any day of the year. But I'm going to kind of put it in the frame of like, hey, this is what you might do on 4th of July. So if you're ready to where you can still have one patriotic, American, awesome 4th of July, without throwing away all your fitness progress, put some celebratory comments. Maybe put some American flag emojis in the comments. So, the first tip, you're gonna wake up 4th of July, and what you don't want to do is start pounding caffeine or even bush lattes, you know, because you can't call it day drinking if you don't start in the morning. So perhaps, you know, that's what you'd want to do, is right away start having some beers right away and having some caffeine, or I call the nectar of the gods. You know, if you love your caffeine like I do, put in the comments, you know, caffeine, nectar of the gods. What's your favorite way of having it? Energy drinks, coffee, whatever it is. So we're accustomed to just, especially with the caffeine. Hopefully you're not starting every day by drinking a bush latte, but maybe you do. But you can have those, but I would first, what you should do instead is drink 32 ounces of water. Your body, I mean, depending on how much you slept, you know, like 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever the case is, you just fasted all that time, right? So if you're telling me like, well, Justin, there's no way I could, you know, drink 32 ounces. Trust me, just Nike, just do it. Just try it, okay? Every morning, after I get up and I get dressed, get out of my PJs. Who am I kidding? It's freaking hot as heck out, right? So that I'm just in my boxers. I'm no pajamas. And I grab my pint glass and I grab a teaspoon. I put a teaspoon of lime juice. I put a teaspoon of lemon juice. Crack a couple cranks of Himalayan pink salt into a glass. Drink that. And then obviously I fill up my glass again and do it a second time. One, you're probably going to feel a little more like energized and not as groggy by starting the day off with some water. Then maybe give your body like an hour to process that water, and then you're probably going to feel pretty good. You still feel groggy, turn on a bunch of freaking lights in the house, like get all that bright light in. And then maybe an hour later, if you want to have caffeine, have your beers, go nuts. But you probably have less of it. So put the first tip in the comments of 32 ounces of water. You'd be better off if you put in a little bit of lime, lemon, maybe some Himalayan pink salt. If you don't have lemon and lime juice around the house, you know, maybe crank some just pink Himalayan salt in there. I always have some lemon or lime juice at my house because one of my favorite things I like to drink is a bootlegger. You know, having vodka, having some, I don't necessarily do club soda, but it's like a sparkly water, and then put some lemon and lime juice, and boom. Low calories, and doesn't get me super bloated. And you know, I still get the effects of alcohol that I want. So, lemon, lime juice, and that stuff. The second tip to have it so that you just don't throw your day away is right away in the morning to just do some form of exercise or activity. So put in the comments, like, what is something that you enjoy that doesn't feel like a burden to exercise? Because depending upon where you're at, so I'll give a tip to like if you're already doing some exercise and workouts, and a tip if you're not doing anything. If you're not doing anything, you want to standardize before you optimize. I'd rather have you do something for activity that you really enjoy versus worrying about what the best thing is. Because if you try to do what the best thing is right away, it's the start that stops you. You might feel like doing this like hardcore workout feels like a chore. And that's not sustainable. So especially on America's birthday, you want to be in a good mood. So you want to do something that you enjoy. Okay, walk the dog. I don't know, knock out some crunches. Do some bicep curls. I don't care. Do something that you enjoy. Now, if you are already doing workouts and be like, Justin, do you have a 4th of July workout for me? Abso-freaking-lutely. If you put in the comments 7/4, because obviously that's the 4th of July, the 7th month, the 4th day. If you put 7/4, I will send you my 7/4 workout for 4th of July. Basically, you're just doing 4 rounds of these 7 exercises, okay? And you can always make quick modifications, whether you're doing a body weight, or doing it with the equipment. So if you want my 7-4 workout for 4th of July, do that. But otherwise, do something that's going to increase your metabolism. So whether you want to do some, again, this is for the people who are already doing things. Doing a kettlebell workout, getting in a bunch of sets and reps on your swings, cleans, presses, squats. I don't know, if you're a person that just does body weight, if you do 5 jump squats, or if you're up 4 or 5 burpees at the top of the minute every minute for say 20 minutes, boom, you're going to get a good calorie metabolic boost for your day. So do it right away in the morning, because if you're going to be 7, 8, 9 beers deep in, you're not going to want to work out later. It also sets you up for success, because if you work out generally in the morning and you do that the first thing that you do every day, then it checks the box. You feel more energized for your work shift. And like later on in the day, you can't use the excuse of, well, I'm just too tired to work out. So do it there. So put in the comments like exercise and something fun. If you want the 7-4 workout, put that in the comments. And lastly, now kind of with the eating stuff. This kind of brings up, I remember having a conversation with a cop where she and her fiance love having, I don't know, like every weekend they would like go out with their friends to go and have like pizza and beers. She's like, Justin, like I love having that kind of tradition with my fiance, and I like that stuff too. I don't want to give it up. You can have that stuff, but why can't you just have less of it? So this third tip, whether you're having a pizza weekend or this 4th of July, it applies to both. So before you dive into all the grilled food and all the barbecue and all the sides, whether it's like potato salad, I don't know, like what do you guys normally eat for 4th of July? Put in the comments what you normally eat for 4th of July, all your stuff. So, or maybe you're on a liquid diet and you're just drinking all the liquor and beer, right? America. So, before you do that, kind of like I'd help the first tip, drink either a pint or 2 pints of water, and then have a lot of protein. You know, and you know, hopefully, maybe around your barbecue 4th of July party, you have some sort of vegetables or some form of fruit. And you prioritize protein, like protein fruit or protein veggies, and then you go ham with your other food. So like her, I'm like, well, like for this female cop, I'm at a pizza parlor. Like at a pizza parlor, like while it might be a cheap salad, like can you get a big old glass of water, and then you get like a salad where they can put on some kind of protein, like chicken on it. Now, if you have your big glass of water and then your chicken salad, and then you start having your pizza and beer, you're probably going to drink less beer and eat less pizza because your stomach is filled with the water, the veggies, and the protein. And most of my students, when they come in, they are far eating the amount of protein that they should be eating. What's nice with protein is that's satisfying of the hunger. So the third tip, before you start splurging into your barbecue, into your grilled food, and often when we grill food, it's like protein anyway, right? So make sure that, kind of like the Crown Royal commercial, you've been drinking all day, you can use a water break, right? So drink 1 pint. You probably need 2 pints of water. Get that protein, pair it up with some fruit and veggies, and then go ham, okay? Because then you're probably going to, again, eat less of that stuff. So put in the comments protein. Put in the comments veggies. I don't know, drop some emojis. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this. Last before I go, just obviously, first and foremost, thank you for being a part of this group. Thank you for listening in. If you are working 4th of July, stay safe out there. People get crazy and stupid. While it's a celebratory time with 4th of July, with alcohol, and people can make rash, poor decisions when they're drunk. So make sure that you're safe. Have fun. And God bless America. Put in that comments. God bless America. USA, USA, USA. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.